And there's a short delay in the OBS. Starts recording. You think we're good?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we're good. Hey everyone, welcome back to Someone's PC. Um, I'm in California and I'm tired because it's supposed to be 1 a.m. My body feels like 1 a.m., but my mind's telling me it's 9:30. So, pretty whack. Um, we're here today to bring you our expanded format discussion, and we actually got the whole crew back together. The entire band's
Yeah.
chilling in a Skype call. So this is pretty exciting for a Thursday night.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
How's it going?
So I don't know what order Chris has it because he's the one working the
All right.
OBS now.
So I'll introduce everyone. So from
Yeah, there you go.
left to right, you'll have Mark Albright. In the middle, you'll have Dylan Bryan. Up to the top right, you'll have Russ Lepar, who has switched places with me, and I am now in the corner, but I'm still not your host.
Yeah. So positioning changed, but the hosting duties still remain the same. Holy crap, the expanded format's so weird, but so much better than standard, in my opinion at least. So I guess we'll just dive right into it. Dylan, why does Trevenant Break suck? Like, why is it so good, and why is it so freaking toxic for the format? And do you like the rescue scarf thing? Because I don't know if you updated your article yet.
No, I was.
And like, we
I
don't have
was-
to drop all the juicy like Elite PC info, but you know, the
Yeah.
opinion on the rescue scarf is something people might find valuable.
Yeah, I mean, Trevenant's like always gonna be really good because you just steal so many games when you go first and you item lock people. Whenever you get paired against like a Night March deck, or any like item based deck, you just kind of pick up a free win. And then on most of the other matchups, like unless it's like Turbo Darkrai, new deck is like you have at least a 50-50 against, like even against like Yveltal's Maxis, like I think that the matchup is like at least like 50-50. Like it's really only the dark Max Elixir decks that give you a lot of problems.
Mhm.
And I don't necessarily like everything about the list that won. Like I still don't think Crushing Hammers are the best way to play it. But I think that the Rescue Scarf idea was actually like really good because it helps you like stream all your attackers much more efficiently. Like everything, they knock you out and then everything goes right back to your hand and they can't Megaphone or VS Seeker for 0-6 under item lock. So it's really hard to take off the Rescue Scarf.
Same.
And it works a lot better in the Crushing Hammer version than the Balloon version. Not saying that you can't play it in the Balloon version, but because you don't have like any other tools to get in the way, like you'll always be able to attach it where you can't have a Balloon and a Rescue Scarf attached at the same time. But I think it's a really good idea. That was like the first time that anybody, to my knowledge, ever really played that. So props to them.
It was a good list. Crespel's list was nice.
It was solid. It was definitely very creative.
I mean, it's toxic and garbage and completely skillless, but
I mean that's every Trevenant.
Yeah, you get
that's every Trevenant deck.
Mark, Chris, did you guys did you test with that at all? Like pilot it yourselves, or just like kind of played against it? I would never touch that crap.
I've never tested it, but I played against it quite a few times, and it's toxic. But I mean, what are you going to do? It's a great deck. It's tier 1, and it's going to win you games.
Mark, do you like
much better.
All right, he's lagging out. Is Mark lagging for anyone else or no?
Yeah, he's lagging.
Yeah, he's just
There he is.
All right,
frozen.
good. All right, good. All right.
Has he moved?
Either way, Trevenant's still good. I expect to see it somewhat in San Jose. But we're in Darktown,
Yeah,
everyone wants to be.
It was a much better call.
So you know if everyone's playing dark,
This time,
you know what beats dark?
We have to worry about both lightning and fighting because there's so many forms of dark because they don't know how to balance the game.
what about Mega Dance?
Stop. Well, that's Brad. That's Brad's counter. All right, so I guess switching over to something we were just talking about, the dark. Mark, what version of Yveltal would you personally play? And I would say there's Turbo Darkrai, or sorry, what version of Dark would you play? There's Turbo Darkrai, there's Turbo Yveltal, there's Yveltal Maxis, and then there's Darkrai Giratina.
I would probably play Dark Tina.
My man, the homie. Any particular reason why?
Darkrai Tina.
Just because you like Giratina? Do you want to play Salamence?
No. Not even with. I don't. Salamence is good, but I don't think it's there yet. But if you're expecting like a heavy dark format / Trevenant, then you can expect some form of Manectric to make a showing. So you have Tina to kind of play off that, and you still have this speed somewhat of Turbo Darkrai with Dark Tina because you get the double dark boost off of the DDE. So I just think it's superior right now.
I tend to agree, but then again, I'm really trying to get it to beat the Turbo Yveltal matchup, which is kind of annoying. The bench poke from Pitch Black Spear is really frustrating. Dylan, Chris, your opinions? Like, what would be the dark variant of your choice? And why would you think you put it above the others? Like, is it like a meta call? I guess we'll go Dylan first.
I mean, I don't play dark.
All right,
My
never mind.
opinion
Dylan
on
doesn't have an
here is
opinion on this one.
Fine.
He wouldn't play dark.
not good, but
He wouldn't play dark. It's too mainstream,
was-
man. Too mainstream for him.
if I was gonna approach building the deck and invest testing time into it, I guess I would try and play the Turbo Dark variant with Yveltal PKT because that one is like better than the Giratina one, at least like in the mirror because of the bench poke, like what Russ said. And then I would probably like the Turbo Dark with like Max Elixirs is good against Trevenant, like I know that. And then I would probably try and play like one Seismitoad and one Karen. So that way you can have an advantage against Night March, and I would just like approach building the deck like that.
Why do I have to go after this guy? Could I just answer
Like-
first?
I mean, like for me at least, not to cut you off, Chris, is like the BKT. You have to grind wins. Like you have a workout. Every match is like you working your ass off to try and get that W, right? And then when you play Darkrai, it's just so thoughtless. It's fun.
I
Like
know.
you just dump energy on board. They knock out one Darkrai, and you're like, I still have 180 in damage, and then you touch DDE to go to 220. And you're like, look at this, is so skillful, so good. And then people only play 1 or 2 N in the format. So, like, you're taking huge lead, and you're like, are you in a position to end? And they're like, I have to Gallade. And you're like, cool. And you just kind of bop from there. That's why I like Darkrai build right now. So, I also really hate playing against any Jolteon. Fort Wayne damaged me, man. Hurt my soul like a wounded bird. So. Chris, what would you play?
Turbo Darkrai, man. Like you said, like it just hits hard very quickly. They knock out one, you're still hitting 180. It's like,
Would you play Mew or Mewtwo?
Oh god, damn you! I think I play Mewtwo.
Really?
I just like the idea of like having like a beefier EX rather than the fragile one.
I can agree with that.
Or were you talking about like the baby Mew?
No. Like Mew FCO or Mewtwo EX. Whatever. NVI full art. Let's go.
Probably the baby Mew actually.
I like the concept of having it as my 7th prize.
Yeah, and it's like also it's free retreat.
Mhm.
I like free retreat. Free retreat's fun.
I don't know. I feel like all these lists are so close to each other, but like you flip 3 or 4 cards and it's like completely different for swinging matchups. But that's always been Dark. It just has this really solid engine, and then it only loses to it's like an auto losses or some shit in Top Cut, or Slaughter is standard format for 4 months. One or the other. God, this stupid format. Greninja. Do you expect to see Greninja? Or sorry, I'm here. Do you expect I should see any Greninja? Dylan.
I mean, that's like really the one thing I'm the least sure of because it seems like it's been trending downward, like ever since, like it kind of surprised people in a format where people were like kind of not playing Archaeops as much, and then people like went to counter it and it hasn't done as well. So I definitely think that it's not going to see a lot of play, but it's like always going to be there. I don't know. I wouldn't expect it to do that well, but it's hard to say exactly how many people are still playing it because like I haven't played in expanded regionals and I just like kind of look at results and then play test based on that. Like so I don't really get like and I don't really like get to like look at the tables and see like how many Greninja like are actually at the top table. I just kind of see what makes top 32, what makes top 8.
Yeah, to piggyback off that, your Plume Box list was all over Fort Wayne, and none of them made day 2. I
If I
think
was
like
there
half
behind
the issue is
them,
like the way people pilot it, and then holy crap, that deck
I
is.
tried to write a lot of words. I tried to guide them. I mean, part of it is luck, but
You tried to be there in spirit, but you just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'd like to know exactly what happened. But I'm pretty sure they were, even if there were a lot of them, I'm pretty sure they were still outnumbered going into the tournament. So if they were really all over the top tables, I feel like they did all right.
Chris, would you expect to see against Greninja, or
I mean-
like would you expect to play against it more than once in the tournament?
More than once, no. I mean, like, I think you're going to run into it and there's going to be a decent showing, but I don't think you should, like, be super text against it. You'll see it once. It's one of those decks that you're bound to see at least one time.
Okay.
Just due to
Mark?
popularity.
Yeah. Do you like it, the Greninja?
What's up?
Do you like Greninja? Do you like
I'm not-
Greninja as a call for
I'm
a
sorry,
mark?
I'm having like horrible technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Do you expect to play against Greninja? Do you expect me to run into any Greninja
I get like every
for tomorrow?
word.
Okay, never mind then. We're just gonna move on. I don't think you like Greninja.
No, I don't expect.
Yeah, Greninja sucks. I don't know how people can still play Greninja the way they saw like the people on stream get
No, I don't think.
instant
I think
dunk.
it's kind of.
It's okay, man.
It's-
Grafton
it's
made
not
top
there
8
right
with
now, which sucks because I think like the meta might be developing to a place where it could capitalize.
I need to find me some Gyarados promos and play this shit.
Hmm.
That's all I'm gonna do. No worries.
You
But,
want that
no,
promo?
I think
The promo's so good.
I mean, we still have another month until we get it, so or however long, few
We
weeks.
have like Puka says it's legal on the first, but like, is he right though? You know, like I'm gonna walk out and be like, "Yo, that my screenshot says it's legal December 1st, so let's go with this." We're in the West Coast, so Groudon is potentially a thing from Joe Sanchez and Step and Tobacco. So Mark or Chris, never mind. Mark, you have technical difficulties for days. Chris, should I attack for the Groudon matchup, or should I let like Fate like sit in and hopefully I just dodge the Groudon?
Just let fate set in, man. Dylan didn't write an article about Groudon, so you're not going to run into it. I think you're fine.
Yeah, I can understand.
I mean, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people piloting it. Like, outside of the two people that you mentioned who love Groudon.
But the ones that do pilot it automatically make day 2. They're like 5 for 5 or some
Well,
shit.
I mean, just dodge them in the top tables when you're up there, or just take it like, I don't know, just ask them the ID. Fuck it.
Yeah, I guess.
Good, solid, and top 8. Hey, you want ID, man?
Oh, Mark's having horrible connection issues.
Rip Mark.
Yeah, rip. Okay. Dylan, same thing. Groudon, just don't care.
Well, I mean, I think it's not even that it's not a good play, but just like people are limited by like just copies of Tropical Beach as well. I think it depends like what your goal is going into the event. If you're just trying to like make day 2 and like make top 32 or make top 16 and then get points and go for like grind out of worlds invite, and then if you bonus, then I feel like you can just hope to avoid it. But if you're trying to like win the tournament, I think it's like what Chris said. Like these guys like always make day 2, and like it seems like Stepan or one of them like make top 8. And I don't know. I'd be like, if you're trying to get first or second and win the money, I feel like Groudon is a deck that I wouldn't want to lose to. But if you're just trying to make day 2, I feel like you can kind of hope to avoid it. So I really think it depends what your goal is. Just like getting the points or going for the glory, going for the money.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Plume Box. That horrible madness that Sam Hugh created.
Was that popular in Philly?
Not really.
I don't think it was.
There's
right?
there's a bunch of players that are like usually senior age-ish, like they just age up and they're like, that deck's still tier 1, no one just knows how to pilot it, blah 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 blah.
Oh, someone here knows how to pilot it.
Like, I don't know about all that. I don't think it's too good of a list of a deck.
It's so questionable and expand it because it's very based on whether or not you go first. If you go second against Trevenant, matchup so bad. If you go second against Yveltal Archeops and they get the Archeops, it's like very bad. But it's like when you go first and you get a Vileplume, everything's great. So
Yeah.
it's like just a deck that's always going to be very okay. It's like very hard to go into a tournament with Plume Box expecting to win. And
Bring up the red Finnegan coin.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like I wouldn't tech for it at all. I just like if you get paired against it, just hope you go first, mostly.
Chris, do you like sit into Plume Box or
No.
have you seen it online? Because I know you play like
I
Peach Go.
haven't seen it online actually. Like I don't know if anyone's been seeing me like playtest a lot of Speed Lugia, but I have not run into a single Vileplume deck. But I've run into like plenty of Trev, plenty of Dark, many Dark variants. I think I've like this entire week I only ran into one Greninja.
How about Night March?
A handful of Night March definitely.
Yeah, there's a few Nightmares, dude. I'm playing
Um,
Karen tomorrow, no matter
like-
what. 2,000%.
It's you're making a mistake if you think a single Karen's gonna fix that
No, it
matchup
does.
for you.
When you play Giratina, easy.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Shut
That's
up,
right.
Karen.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, if you play
Can't
with
put this down,
Giratina or Seismitoad or something, yeah, then you're in the mix.
No.
Just,
You're fine with
just play
Giratina.
Speed Lugia with Toad, and then you're good. You win Night March.
What's left? Toad Bats and a Selgar Wob. So we'll start with Toad Bats. Someone's always gonna play that crap. Someone
would
always feels
play
like something there.
I play it. I think it's like Toad's
I'm
Toad's
considering
OP.
playing.
I have a newfound love for Toad.
This is okay.
It beats Trev.
Toad
I beat
Bats is
Wemble
okay.
in our 6v6. I held it down for someone's PC. He got Bob. Gullied Octillery gave him the hand.
He thought like Russ like completely lost game one without even showing anything but Shaman and Skyfield. He was actually playing Speed Lugia.
So Wemble was like, I think he was playing Mega Rayquaza. And I messed Wemble and I was like, when do you ever see me play Mega Rayquaza, dude? This is Speed Lugia for days, man. So, I play Toad Bats. I think the list is super, super fleshed out. Like, everyone's playing the Laser Silent Lab 442 Crobat line from what I've seen.
Yeah.
It's like standard bat setup. I'm gonna test out my Manectric bats list again and see if that has any merit. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. There's no way. It's
never
time.
know. You'll never know, man. That's your tried and
You never know
true.
until you lose with it in dead draw.
It's your tried
Yeah.
and true.
I'm pretty sure if I open Manectric against Trevenant, I just lose. So that's not fun. You need to open Toad. A Selgar Wob. I think the only reason that deck performed well is because one, Mike Fouché is a beast, and two, people weren't prepped for it, and so they just don't know how to play around it. Like, I think playing against a Selgar Wob is very, very simple and very, very easy. And if you go against like a super experienced player with a Pokemon Center Lady or an AZ, and they're able to like hit it in the like those one or two critical turns wherein a Selgar opens itself up to like potentially lose the game, you know. Like Chris, you've been testing the shit out of that deck, right? And then I
Yeah.
think Dylan, you've played like a Selgor decks for days, and I feel like whenever I'm playing the
Yeah.
game, even though you have like a good startup, there's that like turn 6, 7, and 8, where you're coming to an awkward scenario where like I can deck and cover here, it's gonna net me 2 prizes, but if they play AZ and like take this knockout on my Wobbuffet, I'm pretty much boned because I don't have my other Floatstone for my second Wob, and then you have to depend on the Musharna, and then they're like, oh, if they're able to do like Lysander, Musharna, Keldeo, Russia, and knockout, or up to take out your Selgor instead, then you could put in these super, super awkward scenarios
Well, Fouché
that you have to
did.
anticipate and play your way out of. So that's why, like, the only person that has come this far with the Selgor Wob has been Ross, Bob, and Mike Fouché, which I like, all respectable players in my opinion. So
Well, yeah, like they like especially Fouché, he ran 4 Floatstones and a Mystery Energy. So like he's gonna ensure that like, and he ran 4 Wobs to make sure like if you knock out one of my Wobs, I'm coming for you with another Wob.
Mhm.
Like a lot of lists and beforehand would end up like running 3 Wobs just because like they wanted to make room for more tech. But you're right. Like a lot of it comes to the fact that deck and cover like adds more bulk to your deck, and you're drawing into more evolutions. And like DC, and it's taking away from the resource that you actually want to draw into. And like you said, you're running, relying more on Musharna trying to dig for these resources.
well, it's not that just like it's not just like the way the deck performs itself. It's at the highest like caliber of player. There's still very, very critical decisions to be made that like make or break your tournament. You know, like you're gonna go like the X2, or you're playing evolution deck, so it's gonna shit on you at least one round, unless like you're getting there. So
That deck is actually like incredibly consistent. It's not
Yeah.
like Excel decks in the past. I don't think it rarely ever just shits on you. I think that the problem is what you said before is where people just play against it very poorly. Either they don't have AZ or Pokemon Center Lady in their deck, and then they're kind of screwed, or they do, and they don't realize how important it is. They don't know that they're supposed to sacrifice non-EXs against the deck, and then they get EXs like KO'd, like just like going into their
going into the turn, they allow the
I think
opponent to
so,
like
where they
number
just
them.
play
Yeah.
Congratulations, you played
Really?
yourself.
like if you were playing eels, for example, like part of like the strategy is you don't evolve some of your Tynamos, and then you sacrifice the Tynamos to break the deck and cover lock so you can come up and get an attack off. And then they hit you, and then you VS Seeker for either AZ or Pokemon Center Lady, whichever one you play, and etc. But a lot of people don't do things like that, and then they kind of realize the strategy halfway through, and then because the game takes so long, they only have time to finish one game, and they don't get a chance to play another game against it.
You blow them out with a Pokemon Center Lady, dude. I tested
I
that
know
'cause
you
I was gonna do my article on Raikou Wheels, and I was sitting there playing. And I was like, oh, let's try this Selgor matchup. And I was like, Rusty's Pokemon Center Lady. Damn, dude, you lost. I was like, why are we here? This is silly. Wow. And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know about all that. I was like, look, WAP doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep attaching this Raikou.
Yeah, people don't realize how important I think like the VS Seekers are and stuff like that. Like whether it's AZ or Pokemon Center Lady, like that card really breaks the matchup. If those cards didn't exist, I think that Excelgor WoW would be one of the best decks, but they do. Those
Yeah.
are like worse than Keldeo, because Keldeo, at least if you get a Lysander, you can get 2 prizes off of it.
If they didn't exist, I'd still be playing Flygon. If AZ didn't exist, I'd still be playing Flygon. 2000%. There's no way I'll be like, yo, we're gonna style on kids. Things are way too good. That's out of the way. Blah 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 blah.
Raikou Wheels.
Like we're in a
Raikou Wheels. Don't play.
is a major
Don't play
thing.
Raikou Wheels. Even Sam admitted that it's like a tier 2 deck. He just happened to run good matchups, and then his Yveltal Maxis list, like his opponents, we never hit Maxis against him. And by the time we did, he already had a Mewtwo online with like 3 energy. So it was tough. I think the decks. I do think it's good, but you have to hit the matchups that you want to hit. You're not gonna grind out a tournament win by hitting a bunch of 50-50s. So
But I mean, that's any deck. That's why Yveltal's bad.
no, Yveltal's bad.
Bang, bang.
Yveltal's good because you can style on people. Like there's no styling with Raikou.
I mean,
With
against Yveltal,
Quick
you have no
opportunity.
You literally have no good matchups. You have a couple bad matchups that you're trying to avoid, and then you're just either hoping to get lucky or hoping that your opponents make mistakes.
You talking about Yveltal?
Yeah, Yveltal. I mean, it seems like the same thing with Eels, except Eels can actually hit good matchups too. Like you have good matchups, bad matchups, then you can hope your opponent makes mistakes. I get that you're saying that Yveltal's like a slightly harder deck to play, but
Yeah, no, I totally get that.
I'd rather be Eels. Not saying that I think it's a tier 1 deck. I'd rather be Eels. That's the reason why I don't like Yveltal. I feel like it falls into the same category though. Speed Darkrai is a little bit different because you actually have a good match. If you hit a bunch of Trevenant, you could do well that way.
So the ultimate question, Chris, should people play Rainbow Road?
Of course.
Oh, God. Yes, they should. If you're a lucky person and you hit heads whenever you want to, by all means, play some Rainbow Road because that deck is amazing. But if you're me and you can't hit heads to save your life, then you're not going to have any kind of energy source to do anything. So it's a love.
What do you think
I
about
also feel
Trevenant
like
against
every
Rainbow?
stadium that's currently playing the format besides Rough Seas just bodies it. Like you hit him with the Parallel Seas, you hit him with Silent Lab. Like if you hit him with the
It all hurts.
Dark
Like-
Pulse Parallel City, you 3-turn, and you kind of look at him like, come on, man.
You already have 10 energy and play turn 1. It doesn't
Like-
matter.
I think the only reason it ends up like performing well and like making day 2 is because like it's played in sheer numbers because of the popularity of like people wanting to hit hard. Like especially a lot of these Yu-Gi-Oh players that are used to doing OKOs, they want to
you mean OTKs?
OTKs. Is it?
They're used to just.
There's like, yo, I'm gonna go in and hit you for 8,000 life points. It's like it don't work that way here.
No, I think Yu-Gi-Oh players are either playing Mega Rayquaza or they're playing Yveltal. Because they see Yveltal as like the stylish top tier deck of Pokemon, or like they see Mega Rayquaza because they're like, Those are the dudes that play those like the OTK decks that you're talking about.
Yeah,
The
but
rescue.
I also think
like,
a lot of those people are also leaning towards Rainbow Road too, because they're like, ooh, it's a little flashier than some Mega Ray.
they don't have. Oh, I was about to say they don't have money to pay the ho-ohs, but they got money to pay.
They got
Well,
money to pay those.
They buy gold.
They're all
You
vendors,
give a
yo.
shit about a ho-oh?
They're all vendors. What you know about that vendor money?
Yeah. Crap. What's left, man? Stupid format. We already that's like 9 decks.
I think
Greninja, Rainbow Road.
I think the deck is like super solid.
Did we
outside
cover
of that.
Night March? We just talked. We mentioned Night March. But did we talk about it?
No,
Don't
not
play.
really. I guess.
Unless your name's Pretty Kika, don't play it. I'm playing Karen. I'm not putting up with that again. I played against an opponent who I didn't even think he was running an ace spec, and he didn't play Puzzle of Time in his Night March list, and I just barely beat him 2-1. And then I played against Chris Shemansky the next round, and like dead drew so bad he apologized. It was one of those games where he was like, "Oh, there's dead drawing and there's drawing like you did," which is like a whole nother world. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So I can't have that.
Is that it? I'm pretty sure that's it.
Any spicy decks that you think we should be considering, Dylan?
Say it.
I mean, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say. I mean, honestly, what would I play? I mean, I guess.
Do you think your Mega Manetric list that you wrote about before that everyone gave me shit about? Like they're like,
Yeah.
there's no way that list is real, and I was like, honestly, I've seen him test it. We talked about it. It's pretty real. Like it's really
I mean,
stupid. but
I don't know if they actually tried it. Yeah, I mean, it definitely
they
wasn't
don't.
the
They just look at the
optimal
list
play.
and just make an opinion.
Yeah, I think it definitely wasn't the optimal play for like the last regionals because I think I kind of prefaced like both my articles basically last time by saying like if these decks are good, like if Night March and like say like Arbiter and decks like that are popular, the Trevenant deck is going to be really good that I wrote about. Night March and stuff like isn't, and if it's like Night March and stuff isn't a thing, like then like assuming that, then this Manectric list is actually like really good against everything else.
Yeah.
That Night March was really popular, and then hence Trevenant won. So like I feel like my opinion was kind of valid, and I was just so because it's like it was like if Night March is a thing, Trevenant's the best deck, but if it's not, then let's explore this other option. So I think I would like add in Seismitoad and Karen to that deck, and then I would probably take out the tech for I guess the Greninja matchup because it seems like Greninja's going down in popularity, and then maybe add in like a second like Glade or Maxis or something to try and make sure like you were better against like Speed Darkrai and whatever, like to be able to get the Glade out more consistently, or just add in more consistency, something like that. But I would definitely add in Seismitoad and Karen to fix the Night March matchup, and then it might be good. Who knows? But nobody's gonna be crazy enough to play.
Your spicy deck?
My spicy deck? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
you already know.
Yeah, stupid Plasma Lugia. Good lord.
Speed Lugia, bro. Plasma Lugia. Speed Lugia.
No, because
We're
there's a
going
Lugia EX you can play in Toad.
It's now Toad Lugia. Okay,
Toad Lugia happiness.
it's dope.
All right. I think I'm gonna get going, but
Yeah, that's it.
San Jose is probably gonna end up being very fun. So far, it looks like the TOs have fixed their mistakes from AZ, which everyone freaking hated. So I hope it's run a little bit better than this garbage, but we'll see. I just did my article on my Darkrai Giratina deck, and I'm considering playing that. Turbo Yveltal, Turbo Darkrai. That's pretty much like where I'm sitting right now. Unless like something else comes up in mind, but we'll see. Do you guys have anything else to add?
Nope. Well,
No, that's really it. Good luck to everybody at San Jose.
someone run
Yeah.
Speed Lugia and make me proud, please.
Fine. Sam
Make
Chen's
Chris
not the
proud.
end deck. I know he is. It's gonna be childish.
That is the Sam Chen deck.
Yeah, super Sam. All right, guys. Shout out to our sponsors, Ultimate Guard. Once again, we should have a couple some more products and giveaways we're gonna do. Our promo code or our discount for our Elite PC membership is going to expire on December the 31st. So if you want to read the premium articles that Dylan and I put out at least once per week, then you can get it for $5.99 a month instead of our usual price of $11.99. and that's only when we actually double our content. And I also think we're set for our deck garage to be opening soon, going into our new year.
Yes, we are.
All right, so once New Year comes, we're gonna start doing those, and I think we're gonna partner with the Super Broadcast to show how exactly we're going to, like, do our deck garage and like our template and set up an outline for it all from there. So I'm excited, and that actually it's a nice way to give back to the community because people they constantly hit me up. Oh, hey, what do you think of this list or what do you think of that crap? I'm just like, this would be so much easier if like you just saw my article and then sent me your list and had an opinion on it, instead of like, oh, here's this out of the blue, and I was like, I disagree with half the stuff in here, and then here's why, and I really don't feel like repeating everything I just said instead of just linking you read these 2 points.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get some sleeper, chill out.
You're gonna go get drinks, man. Okay.
Yeah, get drinks in a little bit. Marion already passed out, so
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll take out. All right, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.
Laters.